We're now going to the Xiaowei factory, which is really incredible because they produce some of the highest quality electronics, especially for these really big Chinese brands like Huawei and Xiaomi. So it's quite an honor to be able to be allowed into this factory. And we're going to see two things. We're going to see their automated production line, and we're going to see the more traditional hand assembly line. And so this is this huge industrial environment, and this is the heart of where electronics get made in Shenzhen. So this is a really rare and special peek inside the world's premier electronics factory.
I'm Joris Journal, and having a hardware startup myself, I come to Shenzhen for manufacturing, investment, and to stay up to date with the latest tech. To help other startups get off the ground in China, I'm making these videos about the forefront of innovation and share insight and resources for your own hardware startup.
Okay, so we're in the warehouse, and what happens is new materials come into the factory. They get checked for quality and quantity. Once that's all right, they get labeled with the barcode. They go into the EMS system, and then they go back into the warehouse behind me, and they're ready to go into the production line. So these production lines, these automated production lines, are so incredibly efficient that they can run 24/7. They don't stop. And so the reason they can make such high quality products for Xiaomi, for instance, at such a low price is because of the automation. The automation really gives them an edge in manufacturing extremely high quality because it removes human error, but also keeps the price really low because they only need about 3 people to make one product on one line. So it's an incredible step up from traditional manufacturing. I'm going to talk you through the entire process of making a PCB at this factory. So from beginning to end, how is a PCB made? So step 1, here we see the panel of the PCB going into the first machine, and the first machine is a solder paste machine. In this machine, the solder paste is spread over the PCB using a stencil, so it only drops solder paste in the right places. Then the PCB goes into its first visual inspection. This machine checks if the solder paste has the right thickness from the previous machine. Then we go to the pick and place machines. These machines with high precision take these mini components and place them on the PCB in the right position. Here they pass through another visual inspection. This machine uses a camera to see if all the components are in the right place and in the right orientation. Here we see another pick and place machine, and this one is for the larger components. Then when the board is complete, it goes to the reflow oven to melt the solder paste. Here we have one last visual inspection from a camera, and then it goes on to the assembly line. Some of the more complex boards are really hard to inspect visually, so they use an X-ray machine to check the boards. So this factory uses a system called EMS. What they do is every component, every part, every board has a barcode on it. So they know exactly where in the process every board is. So they know which worker, which machine touched which part of the process, so they can go back to any of the process to see what's going on at any given time. So what we're seeing here is the automation process for smartphone PCBs. So first step is cutting the PCBs from the panel. So here they imprint the serial number onto the PCB. So the unique ID goes onto the PCB in this machine. In this machine, they calibrate all the radio. So the 3G, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, all the wireless chips get calibrated in this machine. The function test. So the PCBs get loaded onto these little drawers and they go into the machine for a function test. Then the robot arm takes them out again.
Here is more like R&D place, like a development place.
Yeah.
These are the engineers and just building machines that will be installed in the factory.
So you build your own machines?
We build our own machines.
Yeah.
And these machines are customized for certain process.
Yeah.
And the idea is we started our automation by building a specific machine.
Yeah.
To replace a specific worker.
A specific job. Okay.
And gradually we kind of connect them together. And you using the IT technology behind it. So yeah. It's starting by building a single working station.
Yeah.
And then connect the working station together and building a fully automated parking line.
So piece by piece, you automate a piece
yes.
of the
Yes.
automation line.
Correct.
And then you have a fully automated line.
Yeah, it's like building robots gradually,
Yeah.
and then connect the robots all together. You can just imagine a line that's without a single people.
Yeah.
And afterwards you can see how the line is physically. Wow. This approach represents the future of Chinese manufacturing.
We are seeing the future of Chinese manufacturing, and with that, manufacturing for the whole world. So this high quality, highly automated type of manufacturing is really the future. So what you maybe know of all these people in big rows doing repetitive jobs is now actually being automated by far more efficient machines that produce a higher quality work, because it's just very, very specialized equipment that's being made here. So what we're seeing here is the factory for the factory. These machines make parts for machines that make parts. So this is, the heart of manufacturing essentially being made here. As you can see in these videos, China has become a real technology hub. If you ever need any advice on manufacturing or need any contacts here in China, do give me a shout, and I hope to see you in Shenzhen soon.